Welcome back. The president about to leave the White House on his way to the Capitol for the State of the Union, the constitutionally mandated State of the Union. This just in from our chief White House correspondent, John Roberts. Apparently, the president is set to announce tonight a summit with Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, February 27th and 28th in Vietnam and Da Nang, site, of course, of the famous U.S. military base there, the 27th and 28th. Probably get more details in just a minute. Continuing our coverage tonight of the State of the Union. As we said, the Constitution demands the president give it, not necessarily in person, but in some way, tell the country how it's doing. And both parties have produced presidents who have done that every year. This year, though, some House Democrats don't think you ought to watch the speech. Listen.
He is not worthy of being listened to. I don't know why anybody want to pay attention to anything that he has to say. And so I'm not looking forward to his State of the Union. And I hope that people will turn the television off.
So there's one non-fan on the record. Fox News' Mike Emanuel is at the Capitol for us tonight. Mike?
Well, Tucker, and I can confirm for you that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi just walked by. She's making her way into the House chamber, but at least 6 other House Democrats say they are not going to attend the President's State of the Union address. They are Earl Blumenauer of Oregon, Steve Cohen from Tennessee, Hank Johnson from Georgia, John Lewis from Georgia, Frederico Wilson from Florida, and Congressman Al Green of Texas. In terms of guests, high-profile lawmakers have invited to tonight's State of the Union address. Cory Booker, the senator from New Jersey, has invited a man who received a life sentence in 2003 for a nonviolent drug offense and was released last month under the First Step Act. Hawaii Congressman Tulsi Gabbard's bringing a Syrian Kurdish leader who is an advocate for peace in Syria. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's bringing a transgender Navy lieutenant commander, putting the spotlight on LGBTQ issues. California Senator Kamala Harris is bringing a woman who survived the massive Thomas fire and a furloughed air traffic control specialist. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar is bringing the mother of a young man who died from diabetic ketoacidosis because he could not afford his insulin. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is bringing labor leader and a HUD employee furloughed during the shutdown. President Trump's invited guests include a young man, a 6th grader from Delaware with the last name of Trump, who has been bullied for it. And that has been a big focus, combating bullying, for First Lady Melania Trump. Tucker?
Well, symbolic politics alive and well here in Washington. Mike Emanuel, thank you very much. But there are also some real issues, apparently, that will be addressed tonight that the president will bring up. Trade, infrastructure, health care. There are some of them. We're going to hear about those in the speech tonight. One of the central topics, though, of course, will be immigration and the wall the president would like to build. According to advanced excerpts of the speech obtained by Fox News, the president will describe immigration as a class issue. He will say this, quote, "No issue better illustrates the divide between America's working class and America's political class than illegal immigration. Wealthy politicians and donors push for open borders while living lives behind walls and gates and guards." Searing, but true. Mark Morgan led the Border Patrol under the previous president, President Obama, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Morgan, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
I don't think anyone would dispute the quote we just read. What should the president say tonight, do you think, about immigration?
Well, I think it's important that he further goes in a little bit more detail of what he told American people from the Oval Office, as well as what he talked about when he reopened the government. And I think it's going to be important that he talks about that his plan, it's not just his plan. It's the plan that the experts have provided him of the infrastructure, technology, and personnel, right? And the experts, they've had this plan for a very long time, for decades. This has been their plan. And I think he needs to make sure that he explains that. And I think he needs to clarify some talking points that have been out there, I think, from the Democratic side, that he's not wanting a wall from sea to shining sea. That's been put to bed. And if you think about that, the plan, if you actually read his plan and listen to his plan, the $5.7 billion is only for 230 miles of additional barrier. If you add what we already have, that still leaves 1,000 miles of the southwest border that doesn't have a barrier. So I hope he's able to really talk to the facts, and so the American people really understand what his plan is. He supports what the Democrats want, technology. He supports what the Democrats want as more personnel. So I hope he's actually able to get that across to the American people.
It does not seem like a hard debate to win. Are you aware of any universally recognized experts on border security who were advising the Democrats on their plan.
No, and so I've actually, like, for example, the conference committee, I've tried to get them to listen to people like Tom Homan, the former director of ICE, or myself. I can't get in there. They just won't.
You ran it under Obama.
That's right. I don't understand it, Tucker. And that's the part that's so frustrating is you've got Democrats saying what they think we need along the southwest border, instead of listening to the experts on border security that said, here's the tools we need. And if you ask them about the tools, they're never going to say that the barrier is the end-all to be-all. No one has ever said that to experts. What they said is it's an integral part of a multi-layered approach. But they're not listening. Although I will say in 2006 they listened. In 2013 the Senate passed a bipartisan bill. All of that had physical barriers included in that. But now all of a sudden it's immoral and it's ineffective.
Again, this is not a hard debate to win.
It's not.
I would say. Mark Morgan, thank you very much, as always, for your expertise on that.
Thank you.